Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Kim and today we're going through my January wrap up. How did I do in January? Well, I did pretty well. I initially had almost 5,000 pages on my TBR and 11 books on my TBR, and I missed one of them. I did start it and it will feature in my TBR for next month. But I did even better than that. Hi Pigeon. Bye Pigeon. I did even better than that. I did. I can't believe how much I read last month. But let's go through some stats, shall we? Last month, I read a total of 13 books. Some of these books were pretty chunky. I managed to read 5,094 pages. It's not my best month, but it's up there. That averages out to 164 pages per day. How? Who am I? As for star ratings this month, I gave out 0 1 star, 2 2 stars, 3 3 stars, 7 4 stars, and I had a 5-star read. Can you guess what it was? If you know me, I think you can guess. Should we just get into what I read last month? I think so. So the first book that I read for last month was for the first law read-along that we are doing with the Catch Up Book Club. It was Red Country, and for this, it wasn't as strong as some of the books in this series and it was a little on the boring side. I did give it a 3-star. The second book that I read this month was to try and catch up with the Agatha Christie Poirot read-along that we are doing. I picked up Halloween Party, and this one I swear I have read it before, or I have seen it somewhere, or I've read something that's based on this book, because I swear I've read this book before. But I did have fun, but it did get a 3-star. The next one again was to catch up on the Poirot read-along that we were doing, and it was one of the better Poirots, I think. Poirot was in it quite a bit, and I liked the mystery. It was believable, and I had fun. So for this one, it actually got a 4-star. The next one I read, I can't remember why I read it, but I did. I enjoyed it. I loved the characters. The Mad Hatter, the Cheshire Cat. It was Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, and I gave it 4 stars. The next one was one of the disappointments of the month. It was the next Wheel of Time book. It was A Crown of Swords. Why am I doing this to myself every month? It was an 880-page book, and the majority of it was unnecessary. It got 2 stars. The 6th book that I read this month was again for Agatha Christie, and it caught me up. It was Elephants Can Remember. Again, I enjoyed this one. It had a lot of Poirot and the mystery was really good. I liked the twists. It got 4-star. Then I was ahead of schedule, so I decided to fully take part in the Final Book support group. The first book that I read for this was Ignite Me by Tahira Mafi, and I liked this. Don't know why it took me so long to pick it up, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked the characters, so it got 4 stars. The next one again was for Final Book support group, and because last Final Book support group I had such fun with book 2, I decided to pick up book 3. It was Fence Volume 3. These characters are so lovable and you can tell where the story's going, but I liked it. It got 4 stars. Again, the next one was for Final Book support group, and it was Dark Dawn. I can't believe I read this whole series in 3 months. Usually it takes me a long time to finish a series, but I did this in 3 months. Don't think it was quite as good as Nevernight, but it was still quite fun and enjoyable, and I liked it, so it got 4 stars. Then we jumped back to my TBR. I did only get 3 books on for the Final Book support group instead of the 6, but can't win them all. So because I'd done so well so far with my TBR, I gave myself a little reward. And it was a 5-star read. My only 5-star read of the month. Did you guess what it was? Of course it was House of Sky and Breath. It had to be. Of course I reread it before House of Flame and Shadow came out. That ending. I have Flaming Shadow sat next to me because I'm going to film my TBR straight after this. I'm scared to pick up that book. 5 stars, definitely. The next one was the Rory Gilmore Book Club book for this month, which was to read a children's book. For this, I picked up Charlotte's Web, and I'm glad I did. It was so cute, and the characters were so adorable. It really showed the meaning of true friendship. Heartbreaking at times, but it was good. It got 4 stars. The next one was the first law book for this month. It was Sharp Ends. This one I liked. I liked the stories, but because they were short stories, it wasn't fleshed out enough for me. I wanted more. So for that reason, 3 stars. And then finally, book 13 that I read last month was for the Buzzword Read Along, which this month's prompt was there, and there. Different types of there, as long as it was on the cover in one form or another, it counted. So I read Once There Was a War by John Steinbeck. I've loved other things by John Steinbeck, but this just didn't vibe with it at all. So for me, it only got 2 stars. So that was everything that I read in the month of January. January really does seem like the longest month, but I got some good reading in. I did. So I'm happy. What did you think of the books that I read? Can you give me any recommendations based on anything that I've read? Let me know. As always, down in my description box, you can find a link to all of my socials. Come give me a follow on Goodreads, on Instagram and on X. You can like this video, you can comment, and you can subscribe if you really want to. Want to let me know you're here without actually talking to me? Leave the pigeon emoji for our friend that joined us. And I will see you next time. Toodles.